And we are back for another Pro Division game as Guernsey hockey team take on Bikrowave. We'll take a quick look at the rosters here. So for Guernsey, Spicy, Pudding, Mantis, Squidlunge, Bjorn and Kills. I can tell you it's Pudding, Mantis, Kills and Bjorn in the lineup right now. And ISO, Josh, Fizzy, Callum, DJ Marcus and Rob. DJ Marcus and Rob are both sub players, so it'll be ISO, Josh, Fizzy and Callum we see pretty much all season. And they're in now. With that being said, let's get underway here. I just need to wait for teams to get started and we will be underway. It's worth noting Guernsey did just win a game earlier tonight. Doesn't say it on the screen there, but they got a win, a surprise win against OGA, winning 5-3. So they do have one win under their belt and they'll hope to continue their good night of form here against, I think, maybe a little bit of a rivalry here. I know these teams scrim a lot, so they'll hope to continue the good form here tonight against Bikrowave, who, I mean, themselves have had a good start to the season. Here's Pudding pressing up Callum there. And it's played into the middle, but Fizzy can pick up nice and easy. Fizzy under pressure from Mantis. And he plays out to Callum. Nice easy pass there. Pudding not too tight on the marking. Callum and Josh have been really, really effective up front so far this season. And so Guernsey hockey team will need to make sure they're playing extra tight defensively to make sure those two can't get on the score sheet. And even then, they'll struggle to keep them off. It's just a matter of can they outscore them at the other end. So far, Bikrowave haven't really played a team that press super aggressively. So we haven't seen them tested. They played Jersey and OGA, but that OGA side, a little bit of a disorganised OGA side. And they weren't pressing very high. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get a good press on Fizzy and ISO here. And if so, can they get any results out of it? Bjorn plays that one behind his net to safety. That's it, so that Kills can pick up. And Kills clears it away there, back to Fizzy. Under pressure here from Mantis, and he'll just dump away for Bjorn. Bjorn pressed by Callum. And you can see here, Josh and Callum really, both of them very strong on the boards. Pudding picking up the puck, bouncing it off of the board. Played up again for Callum. Can Josh find an angle there? No, he can't. Nicely done by Callum there just to deflect the puck onto Josh's stick. But Kills and Bjorn shut it down well. And like I said, Kills and Bjorn are going to have to do some heavy lifting here today. Kills up the board for Pudding. Pudding with an opportunity to make it one, and he does. Guernsey draw first blood, and they'll be happy about that. And it's Fizzy there, just a little bit slow to react. I think that's a goal that Fizzy would usually expect. I mean, he'd expect himself to save, but he was not able to there. And he'll be very happy about that. Sorry, Spicy will be very happy about that. I'm sure, obviously, Fizzy will not be because, again, that is, I think he'll expect better from himself, to be honest. On the far corner, Bjorn there makes a good stop. Kills, dumps it away, and Fizzy will play it straight back in. And it's now back up onto Callum's stick. Pudding is pressing. Pudding again. Looking for a space around Fizzy. Fizzy under pressure here, finds Josh. And Josh puts it top corner, and it's what he does well. They are equalised there. Up the board, nobody marking him, and like I said, they need to make sure they're marking tightly, and I think it's Spicy there, sorry, not Spicy, Mantis there, who loses his man, and Josh just given way too much space on the board. Fizzy joined Bikrowave just this season, and risky pass from there, played for Trojan Red Stallions last season, and made the move to Bikrowave, replacing Dark Hedon, their old shot stopper, and that's an unlucky one, but ISO finds the back of the net, deflected at the point of the shot. You can see it's going to the far post, and Bjorn reacts to it, but it deflects in, and it'd be fair to say Bikrowave are lucky with that second goal, but a goal's a goal, and Bjorn will feel hard done by there. He moved the right direction, but the puck just taking a bounce off of him. Kills plays it back for Bjorn. He takes it on his stick, plays it around for Pudding. ISO. He couldn't get anywhere with it. Pudding now. Up for Mantis. Can Mantis redirect it? No, he can't. And Bjorn bounces it away. Here's Kills. Kills for Pudding. Pudding. And Pudding losing it there, and it could have been critical. Pudding lost it to ISO. Kills there, nicely done. Bounces it past and takes the long shot. No one there for it. Just needed someone a little bit further up the rink to get a bump on Fizzy maybe, and maybe get a little bit of that puck. Both teams looking good early on here. Puck there, bouncing back for ISO. He has it under pressure. He just plays across for Fizzy. Kills just can't quite get a stick on it, Nork and Callum. Here's ISO chipping it up in the air, and Bjorn stood firm in the net. Here's Pudding. Now Callum. Bouncing away, and Fizzy will take it. Pudding holds on there and just bumps it off of Fizzy. Bjorn puts it behind the net and it's bounced in front, but Kills clears it away. Dumps away there. 2-1 still, with 30 seconds left in the first period. ISO under pressure from Mantis. Now Josh and Kills fighting for it. Here's Pudding. Now Mantis again. Can he get another shot? Yes, he can! Fizzy gets his head on it, but not enough. Yeah, it bounced in front of net, off of Fizzy's head, and Mantis charges in, drives it home, and it's 2-2. All tied up here with 20 seconds left in the first period. Another really good game. We've had some very close ones tonight. Here's Josh. Josh puts it in the middle and Kills. Now across for Mantis. Now back for Kills. Back for Bjorn, and Bjorn will play it round. Here's Mantis again. Onto Fizzy's head, and that will end the period there. 2-2, all tied up. Let's take a look at the stats. Well, there we go. It's shots dominated by Bikrowave, but good defensive play from Guernsey, and Mantis has been lethal on the counter. Look at the possession, 19 seconds versus 1 minute 6. Pass is dominated by Bikrowave as well, but really clinical on the counter, and they've capitalised on that really well, actually. Here we go, we're getting ready for second period. With the same lineups, as I said. Didn't expect any changes here. Spicy is on the bench for Guernsey, but he is going to stay on the bench. And Mantis and Callum on the face-off. Back to Kills, and we're underway for the second period. Fizzy around the board for ISO. ISO with space to work with. He looks for the far side for Josh, but the pass is not quite where it needs to be. Callum puts it in the middle. Bjorn will tap that behind the net. Callum again here. Looks for the Choco. It ends up with ISO, and it's dumped away. Fizzy chasing with Mantis hot on his heels. Good bump by ISO to create some space, but Fizzy can only get it as far as Kills. Fizzy's lucky there that Josh was there to bump Kills off it. That one delivered straight up the gut, and Fizzy only just gets his head on it. Here's Kills again. Josh with Callum in the middle. Can he find him? No, he can't. Kills the veteran goalkeeper, but playing defender here, and he plays that one out. Fizzy to Josh. Josh to ISO, and the puck not picked up. Back to Fizzy. Fizzy will look for a play up the board. He has Callum, who finds ISO, and ISO delivers one top corner. And again, it's sloppy marking that costs them here. Callum gets there fast and Kills. Left with 2 men to cover. ISO was the free man, and he ends up with the goal top of the net. Bjorn has to save an own goal there. With pressure on him, he plays it around for Mantis, but Callum gets there first. Is Josh played across, now Bjorn. Like I said, Guernsey previously tonight, they didn't have a lead. They were actually in this position, 3-2 down against OGA, where they'd equalised over and over again and then took the lead. Can Pudding maybe find a goal there? No, he can't. Stopped by Fizzy. Catches it and just dumps it away. Bjorn now took too long with the puck maybe and ends up getting pressured. Gets out to Pudding. Pudding plays it for Mantis. Mantis losing it there, but it's back to Pudding. Still fighting for it, and Kills will chase down Callum. Back up to Fizzy. Mantis round to ISO. ISO under pressure finds Fizzy. Fizzy will just deliver one up the gut, and Josh redirects it in, and again, it's just a player with no one getting in the way. And Josh redirects that one in. It's Pudding, who should have been on the man there, but he was bumped off. And Bikrowave take a 4-2 lead in the second period. Here's Callum. Cross the net, and Bjorn catches it on the other side. Now Kills. Still Kills. Kills out into the middle, and it's risky because ISO's right there. Kills still. Bouncing out for Mantis. Mantis pressing ISO. He plays back for Fizzy. He's getting tracked down by the pressure, but here's Josh on the other end. Callum and Kills fighting away. Kills breaks it up, and it's ISO again. And again, they are getting... Guernsey just getting sloppy on the coverage. You see all the players going onto the puck there, and nobody covering ISO, who's just standing in front of the net, unmarked. And the game quickly falling away here for Guernsey after such a good start. They've just not been tight enough on the marking. Here's Pudding. Callum picks up, now to ISO. It's the puck there by ISO, only goes as far as Kills. Big lag spike there, but we are still here. Thought maybe the game was about to crash, but no. Here's Mantis. Pudding chasing Callum. Up to Josh. Can Josh find a way past? No, he can't. Bjorn clears it. Now ISO will look into the middle. Callum tries to redirect it with his head. Can't. Here's Bjorn. Kills there. Now Kills. Back to ISO. Josh and Kills fighting hard for it. Now around to Callum. Callum puts it in the middle. Kills gets his head on that one. Plays up. Can Pudding turn this into a goal? It's just wide. Fizzy very high up the rink there. Wasn't able to react in time, but the puck just wide of the net. Of the net. Here's Kills, puts it in the middle, looking for Pudding, but the pass isn't accurate. And with 50 seconds left, it looks like this is how the third period will end. Bikrowave have their work cut out. Can Callum make a goal here? Bjorn stops it on the post. Good stop by Bjorn. He's way out of net here. Can this one find his way in? Pudding nearly gets a long shot there. Up to Josh. Josh will look into the middle for Callum. Not to be. Josh again here. Now to Kills. Kills bouncing around for Callum. Callum. Now Kills. Now Callum. Pudding looks to play this out. Finds Mantis. Pudding will chase that down, but it's Josh that gets it. Fizzy looks into the middle. Bjorn with a good stop. Bjorn's made some good saves here today, but too often there's just been people unmarked in front of net, and they need to improve that if they're going to have any chance of getting back into this game. So have a look at the stats again, and you can see their absolute dominance on the part of Bikrowave. And if you're going to allow the other team to have that much of the puck, that much of the possession, you really have to be tight with the marking, and they just have not been tight enough. And Kills coming off here, I somewhat expected that because obviously they need to press high now, but at the same time, I think they might get exposed even more here. We will see as we go into the third period. Here we go, Guernsey Bikrowave, third period, Josh and Pudding on the face-off. And let's get started. A nice high pressing lineup now for Guernsey hockey team. They'll try and get in the face of Fizzy and force some errors. They haven't really pressed him much so far. ISO and Fizzy moving the puck nicely there. And Fizzy loses it there. And immediately the pressure. I have just been wrong about this tonight. I said the same thing earlier, that maybe the going through attacks isn't right. And immediately Fizzy there under pressure makes a mistake. Puts the puck straight on the stick of Pudding, and he finds the back of the net. Makes it 5-3. One goal closer. Here's Mantis. Back to Fizzy. Fizzy plays up for Josh, and Josh maybe meant that as a pass, but it just wasn't to be. That one bouncing around the net. Well defended. Pudding chasing down Fizzy, and Fizzy only gets as far as Spicy. ISO will chip that one up onto the head of Bjorn. Bjorn now is going to tap that one behind the post. And Pudding needs to play this out. They need to get this out quickly here. It's been in the defensive zone of Guernsey for much too long. Here's Josh back to ISO. Now Fizzy. ISO and Fizzy for most of the game has been pretty good connecting cross ice. The question is, can they continue it here now with this much higher pressing lineup? Bjorn needs to clear that out and does so. Just does so. Here's Bjorn again. Cross for Mantis. Mantis bouncing it up the board. ISO back to Bjorn. Now Fizzy. And again, we'll see how does Fizzy cope with this press. Dumps back to ISO. ISO bouncing up the ball for Callum. ISO done a really good job here, just giving Fizzy that sort of that safety pass round the board. He's always there for him. Just make sure he's got an easy option out when the pressure comes. Fizzy now. Playing it out for Josh. Up now to Callum. The pressure worked in that for that first goal, but since then, Fizzy and ISO, for the most part, have been able to keep the puck safe. Mantis, good catch there. Can he find Spicy maybe? Spicy tries the shot, it's off the post, so close. He did a good job there with the move, just getting Fizzy to come out of his net. And the shot nearly perfect. Ooh, that one nearly found its way into his own net. Off of Josh's stick, but not to be. Here is Bjorn making a stop on the line. Pudding will look to play this out. ISO, now Josh. Josh looks for Callum. Bjorn again. Good positioning there. Cut out that pass. It is Pudding. Now ISO. ISO bouncing it out. Spicy chasing down Fizzy. Here's Mantis. Good catch. Can he turn it into a goal? It needs to be a goal there. He had an open net with Fizzy so far out of net, and he just put it way off the mark. Two opportunities missed here that really could have been goals for Guernsey, and they've only got 2 minutes left. They have looked good for it though. They've created the chances. They just need to keep it up and just be a little bit more clinical. Finding a way past ISO there, and it's Bjorn who picks up again. They need to get the puck out quick, but Callum is quicker. Here's Josh, round for ISO. And Bjorn stood firm. Spicy chasing Fizzy, chasing the puck. Round for ISO. ISO fumbles, but covers well, and plays it across for Josh. Josh stopped by Pudding. Pressure from Pudding amounts to nothing though. Callum into the middle. There's Josh unmarked. Spicy just got there in time. Got a bit of a bump on his back, and maybe that forced him to push the shot wide. Here's Callum again. To Fizzy. Fizzy into the middle. Bjorn gets his head on that one. Now Mantis. And that one delivered straight up the gut. Bjorn gets his head on it. Guernsey trying desperately here to get some shots on target. Fizzy, and Fizzy gets his head on it and puts it. It just bounces off and in, and he's done that a couple times today. I think he'll be frustrated at himself, but it just bounces off his head and in. And Guernsey within a goal now of getting back in this. They've got a minute to score it. If they can at least get to overtime, they can have a point out of this game. Here is Bjorn. Bjorn bouncing up the board for Mantis. Mantis across for Pudding. Pudding takes the shot. Can Spicy turn it into a goal? Yes, he can! And Spicy equalises in the last minute of the game. And once again, I'm proven wrong. This high press lineup for Bikrowave, for Guernsey, sorry, proving very effective, and they're 5-5. Josh, can he end it here? He tries for the shot. Pudding. Can they end it here? Either team could take 3 points if they can score in the next 30 seconds. Mantis with a good opportunity, and he can't get the shot off. Mantis nearly, he got past Fizzy. I've said it a couple times, but Fizzy maybe a little bit too eager to rush out of his net, and he did so there. And it was a bump from ISO that saved the goal, because Mantis, had he got that shot off, it was an open net, and he was going to have himself a goal. Fizzy will be thanking ISO there for that save. This one bouncing up to ISO. Now Mantis puts it in the middle, and it's just over Pudding's stick. 10 seconds left. ISO with the puck. Can they end it in the dying seconds? He's going to hold it. They're going to take it to overtime. Well, there we go. Both teams getting points out of this game. And we are into overtime. Bjorn and Josh on the face-off. Taking a bounce Bikewave's way for Fizzy. Spicy picks up that pass, though. Can he just end it there? Like I said, Fizzy twice now in this game has got his head on the puck and managed to end up with it still going in the net. So there might be a bit of a confidence issue there as a goalkeeper. Nope, I take it all back. I take it all back. And we see there the problem that they've had all game is just not enough. Not the marking's just not tight enough. And Bikrowave take the win. Both teams get points. 1 point for Guernsey, 2 for Bikrowave, but the marking there just not tight enough at the end. And the goal for Callum ends it. 10 shots for him in that game, but only 1 goal. You see absolutely dominant shots by Bikrowave, but very, very close in the end. Guernsey will be happy to come away with a point. Very, very happy for them. And Bikrowave maybe a little bit disappointed that they let it go as far as it did, but they come away with the win in the end. Still undefeated, even if it is a point lost. But congratulations to them taking the 2 points. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.